Good afternoon. I'm Chris Sanders. I'm a member of the senior class of the Indiana Academy, and I'd like to welcome you all to the second annual Founders Day. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
My distinct privilege this afternoon to open this second annual Founders Day ceremonies. And it is also my pleasure to introduce and welcome students, faculty and staff, parents, members of the advisory board, university faculty and staff that are with us this evening, this afternoon, and special guests. We gather in
Thank you very much, Dr. Borders, and welcome to all of you, Governor Bayh, parents, students, faculty, and friends of the Indiana Academy for Science, Mathematics, and Humanities. We're pleased to have this opportunity to pause during what I know is a very busy semester for you. We appreciate your being good pioneers, helping us to get this school off to a wonderful start. And I also want to thank the seniors for the help that you, Elizabeth.
Good afternoon. In his bestseller, The Closing of the American Mind, Alan Bloom states, "Every educational system has a moral goal that it tries to attain that informs its curriculum. It wants to produce a certain kind of human being. This intention is more or less explicit, more or less a result of reflection, but even the neutral subjects, like reading and writing and arithmetic, take their place in a vision of the educated person. In some nations, the goal was the pious person. In others, the warlike. In others, the industrious. Always important is the political regime, which needs citizens who are in accord with its fundamental principle. Aristocracies want gentlemen, oligarchies, men who pursue and respect money, and democracies, lovers of equality. Democratic education, whether it admits it or not, wants and needs to produce men and women who have the tastes, knowledge, and character supportive of a democratic regime." In that brief passage, Alan Bloom demonstrates the practicality for education and government to be eternally joined. In a democracy, however, it is without a power base capable of making informed and educated decisions regarding the future. In 1989, President Bush and the governors of our nation responded to this need to his election as governor in 1988. Since then, Governor Bayh has demonstrated his interest in improving education through his progress report on national education goals. However, immediate proof of his commitment and the state's commitment is evident in his presence today to help celebrate the second annual Founders Day of the Indiana Academy for Science, Mathematics, and Humanities. Governor Bayh.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Dr. Worthen, Dr. Borders, my colleagues in the Indiana General Assembly, Senators Craycraft and Werman, my colleagues in the House of Representatives, Pat Eddy, and my good friend Hurley Goodall, and most especially to those of you that we honor today, the students of the Academy and the faculty of the Academy. I am very, very pleased to be here at the second Founders Day. Elizabeth, I must tell you, as I was listening to your introduction, that is probably the most literate and thoughtful introduction I've received during 3 years as governor of the state of Indiana. You obviously put a lot of time and energy into it, and for that I am grateful. I am reminded of an occasion at which an introduction was perhaps necessary and not provided. You learn to do a lot of things in a job like being the governor of the state, some of which life's experience cannot prepare you adequately for. For example, one of the few movies I've had the opportunity to see over the last summer, I don't get a chance to get out that much. My wife Susan and I went to see Terminator 2 this summer. Maybe some of you saw that movie. Not exactly a great scholastic film, but nice on the adventure front. In any event, Arnold Schwarzenegger was obviously the star of that movie. Lo and behold, who should I be introducing a little bit later in the year but none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger in Indianapolis. He was in our state in his capacity as the chairman of the President's Council for Physical Fitness and Sport. And Schwarzenegger is taking to the different states around the country and was in Indiana that morning. Actually, it was at Pleasant Run Elementary School in Indianapolis. I was just going to stand off to the side. About 500 elementary school students were filing in. Parents, teachers were there. The media, as I said, was out in droves. So I'm kind of standing off by the side of the back of his head. He'll grow up to be governor someday, too. Stopped, looked up at me. A look of recognition came over his face. You could just see it. Looked up at me. His eyes got much white. Well, I made the mistake of deciding I was going to have a little fun with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I proceeded to take off my coat, pull the t-shirt on over my shirt and tie, and the following sequence appeared on television all over the state of Indiana that evening. I looked into the cameras and kind of half chuckled and I said, "What do you think, Arnold? We wear the same size?" Well, he grabbed a hold of the microphone, looked dead into the cameras and said, "No." That's my best Schwarzenegger, right? He said, "No, I brought you Danny DeVito size." Never try and have fun with a movie star. They know their lines. In some very important sense, he's proud to be with you here today. You are the centerpieces of the ceremony here today. A dedication for the future that brings us together here today. But while we're all here, I did want to mention just a couple of things before we get on with the ceremony. First, I'd like to say that investment in and dedication to your potential. And through you, the vitality and the promise of the future. The Academy was founded to bring together some of the best faculty. Not only the fellows from across the state of Indiana, but reaching out across the country to bring together some of those who want to experiment and try new ways of learning and instruction. To give you a level, very, very important. One of only 8 states now in the United States of America has made a commitment to this kind of quality education in this kind of setting. And I think that says a lot about the people of our state. The city of Muncie, one of which I had the pleasure of visiting in Anderson earlier today, and I'm going to get to how this all fits together in just a moment. One of the, you're asking yourselves that same question, I know. Even though if I serve 2 terms as our state's governor, I'll leave office when I'm only 40. You do begin to look at the kind of things that last and endure over time. The kind of accomplishments and achievements.